Welcome back. Are millennials missing the boat when it comes to investing?
The short answer is yes. Millennials, when it comes to the wealth building game, are losing big. A new report recently released by the Federal Reserve shows that millennials own less than 5% of all of the wealth in the US. Damn! Yeah, that's what I said too. So in today's video, I'm going to show you why aren't millennials investing, what they are specifically doing wrong, one big mistake, and how they can easily make up for it when it comes to winning the wealth building game and unlocking financial freedom. What's going on, you guys? Matty here. Thank you so much for tuning in to my channel where I cover all things real estate, investing, and finance to help you on your wealth building journey to $1 million and beyond. If you're like a lot of millennials, you might feel like you are behind when it comes to the wealth building game. And the reality is statistics show you are. Even with millennials flooding into the stock market in recent years by using popular apps like Robinhood and Webull, Goldman Sachs reports that millennials own just 3% of all $39 trillion in global assets. Now, the big question is, when it comes to that statistic, how far behind are millennials when it comes to building real wealth? Well, to put that into context, a recent Federal Reserve study showed that baby boomers held 21% of America's total net worth at the same age millennials right now currently hold just 3%. That is a 7 times difference. And before we explore what millennials can do better moving forward to close that gap, we should understand why there is such a big difference in the first place. Now, there are a lot of reasons why millennials' approaches to money differ from their baby boomer parents. First, we have to look at how investing and the climate and the ideology around building wealth differs from one generation to the next. When baby boomers were the same age as millennials, it was a very different environment altogether. The narrative around saving your money and reinvesting was very common over the course of one's career. And in the 1980s and 1990s, many baby boomers were investing in stocks, in bonds, in retirement accounts by default, because what else were you going to invest in? Then when you factor in the minor crashes that they experienced, which was much more forgiving than those experienced by the millennials, and you take into account that stocks compounded 18% annually over the course of these 2 decades, boomers who subscribed to this very simple, to this very basic, but proven investing plan ended up doing very well for themselves and accumulated a healthy amount of wealth, which you can see here on this graph. Because they were disciplined and they were consistent and invested most of their disposable income during this time frame, compounding growth over time proved to pay off, as you can see their percentage of total US wealth has increased from 20% to nearly 60% towards the end of this graph. Now, part of this is because the silent generation, which you can see here, has spent a lot of their money as they've aged, as well as a lot of that wealth was transferred to their baby boomer heirs. Now, we're going to get back to this graph in just a second. Now, for millennials, it's a completely different landscape when it comes to the career and the retirement and the investing conversations that they are having versus those that their parents were having. Instead of the 9-to-5 job and working in a career for 30 years, buying a house in the burbs, having 2.5 kids, taking that one paid vacation, the American dream for millennials looks and feels a lot different. Now, millennials have had a bad rap for quite some time. They've been called things like
snowflakes, unable to hear opposing views, demanding an unrealistic work-life balance.
They want to spend more on experiences than they do on physical goods.
Now, when I think of millennials, I think of people who are digitally savvy. These are individuals who are socially and environmentally conscious. They tend to value experiences over material ownership. And in general, they desire impact. They desire fulfillment over income. But deep down inside, when you talk to millennials, millennials say they are equally as motivated, if not more money motivated, than their parents were. So then why the big disconnect when it comes to the increasing generational wealth gap? Well, according to research, many experts believe that millennials simply just weren't born in a very opportune time for building wealth and investing. When you think of older millennials who were coming of age after the 9/11 aftermath, or many younger millennials who were growing up during or after the housing market collapse and the 2008 financial crisis, many of them witnessed their parents doing all the right things, all the things you were told to do, only to be left with the short end of the stick and nothing to show for it. Plus, many younger millennials were just too young to even be able to participate in this last decade-run bull market, and now are just coming into a place where they can begin their wealth building journey. Then when you layer in slower wage growth and an insane amount of student loan debt that they can't pay off, or higher costs of living in a more challenging job market, it's a completely different landscape that they're having to navigate. But at the end of the day, right now, statistics show that millennials don't seem to put the same emphasis on investing and wealth building as the generations before them did. But my guess is that's going to change. And if you're watching this video, my guess is that you do care about investing. You do care about wealth building. You do know that it is important to invest. And you are looking for ways to sharpen your financial skills to take the necessary steps to unlock financial freedom and actually build real wealth. So if you're a millennial who wants to become a millionaire, don't worry, it's not too late. And right after you smash that like button, I'm gonna tell you why, because I have some good news for you. Go ahead, I'll wait. According to the DeVere Group CEO Nigel Green, estimates of $68 trillion in wealth is going to be passed down from baby boomers, the wealthiest generation ever, to their children or heirs over the next 30 years. That is a lot of money up for grabs. And I don't know about you, but I want you to get a piece of it. So remember this graph? Well, like the silent generation has seen a decline from 80% to 25% of total US wealth, which you can see here. Mainly, they have seen that decline because they've begun to either pass away or exhaust their retirement accounts and their pensions as they age, but they have also transferred a lot of that wealth to their baby boomer heirs. And this is the same thing that is going to happen from baby boomers to millennials. And if you can start making small, smart, consistent investment moves over the next few decades, you too are going to get a big, fat, juicy slice of this wealth pie. But here's one big mistake that you have to make sure you avoid, because right now it is absolutely killing millennials when it comes to building wealth. Take a look at this graph again. When you look at the line for millennials, what's one thing that you notice? It's almost completely flat. Millennials have barely seen any increase when it comes to their net worth. Now, why is that? What are they doing wrong? Well, according to a recent study, 3 in 10 millennials say cash is their favorite long-term investment. I'm sorry, but that just deserves a big fat come on, man. Now, it might give you a little peace of mind, but when it comes to wealth building and holding cash, here's what investing legends like Warren Buffett and Ray Dalio think.
Cash is trash.
And they're absolutely right. Cash is trash. You need to keep your money in the game, working for you and moving the needle forward. So now that we know why millennials aren't investing like their parents and some of the things that they were doing wrong, let's wrap this up by talking about what should you be doing moving forward to invest wisely, build wealth, and become a millennial millionaire. First, at a foundational level, you got to adopt the right money mindset. You have to believe that it's possible for you. And you have to commit to learning the skills, the strategies, the network, the relationships that you're going to need in order to win when it comes to long-term wealth building. Without the right mindset, you are not going to accumulate the wealth that you desire for yourself. And let me just say this. I know a lot of millennials have been made to think that money is the root of all evil, that it is a bad thing to want and desire more money. You should not feel guilty for that, because at the end of the day, just remember, money only makes you more of who you already are. If you are a great person deep down inside and you plan to make that money matter, to use it for meaningful things, charities, causes, things that you're passionate about, money is only going to give you more of an opportunity and platform to do that and make those differences. So don't think that you can't go out there and make as much money as you want and have the impact you want. Both can be true at the same time. Second, play the long-term game and don't be short-sighted. Just because you might be losing on the scoreboard right now, or you might be a little bit behind in the race as opposed to where you want to be, that doesn't mean that you should give up and throw in the towel. Take LeBron James, for example. If LeBron James had had the same mindset when the Cavs were down 3-1 in the 2016 NBA Finals, Cavs versus Warriors, they would have never come back to beat the Warriors in Game 7 and make NBA history.
Final seconds, it's over, it's over. Cleveland is a city of champions once again. The Cavaliers are NBA champions.
And if you're a millennial, you have one thing on your side that many others don't. Time. But here's the thing, you have to start taking action now. Take this example. If you put $1,000 into an investment account each month, assuming that you're starting from scratch, you have $0 in your savings account, if you got a 6% rate of return, which is absolutely doable, you will become a millionaire in just 30 years. Whether you want to start investing in stocks with apps like Robinhood, in Forex, want to fund your retirement account, buy your first investment property, whatever you do, find a way to get in the game and stay in the game. Because if you can put your money into investment vehicles that allow you to take advantage of the compound effect, you will know why Albert Einstein, one of the smartest people to ever walk planet Earth, called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Remember, wealth is built in the crock pot, not the microwave. I know we all want that quick result, but the best dishes are made in the crock pot. So be disciplined, be patient, and in the long run, it's gonna pay off big time. Next, pick a strategy, or what I like to call a tree trunk. What do I mean by that? Choose one investment vehicle or space that you want to become a master at. For me, mine was real estate. I decided I was going to make real estate investing, my core focus and foundation for building wealth. And after doing hundreds of flips, building a rental portfolio that consists of single family houses and commercial properties and now a hotel, I mastered the craft of building wealth in real estate. And now I have begun to branch out off of my tree trunk of real estate and diversify into other investments like stocks, like life insurance, other retirement vehicles, people's businesses, and so on. But I didn't do that until I mastered my tree trunk of investing. So whether that's Forex for you, Bitcoin.
Look what we woke up to this morning. Growth, success, growth. While you sleeping in your bed. Y'all sleeping in your bed. We making money. We sleeping on bread while you sleeping in your bed.
Real estate, whatever you want it to be. Pick one area that you want to become a master at and commit to the process. Yes, it's going to require discipline. Yes, it's going to require focus. But if you want to know how to leverage Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hour rule to your advantage, to accelerate your learning and to become a master at anything a whole lot faster, then check out this video that I created, and I'll link that up in the show description below. Last, and maybe the most important, find a mentor, join a community, connect or hire a coach. This is one investment that has provided a massive return for me over the years. Not only have I met amazing friends who've taught me a lot about investing and shortened my learning curve, they've invested in my deals with me, I've invested in their deals with them, I've connected with other like-minded people that I wouldn't have been able to connect with otherwise. I learned from their mistakes. I was able to help them avoid making the same mistakes I made. It made this wealth building journey a whole lot more fun and more successful, more lucrative. So if you can kill two birds with one stone by surrounding yourself with like-minded people who can help lift you up to get to the goals that you want to achieve, there is nothing better than investing in your network. Well, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel. If you know a millennial who needs to see this video, be sure to share it with them. I made this video to give all of you who might feel like, hey, I'm behind in my investing goals, or maybe you need a little bit of inspiration or a kick in the pants. Just know that there's still plenty of time and a ton of opportunity, but you have to start taking action and do it now. And if you are planning to take action, let me know. Drop down below in the comment section, what are you investing in right now, or what do you plan to invest in the next few months? Remember, this is going to be the wealth transfer of a lifetime. And if you can do the small things consistently over an extended period of time, they're gonna add up into big things, and there's no way you can't win and come out ahead. Hey, before you go, don't forget my free real estate investing course is down below. You can take advantage of that, as well as get your free investment portfolio X-ray and strategy session call with my team. You can grab both of those down in the show description below. And last, if you haven't entered my monthly giveaway for a free 2-night stay at my beautiful hotel in South Lake Tahoe, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, make sure you hit that little notification bell so you never miss another upload, and leave me a comment down below on what you're planning to invest in. We'll be selecting a winner at the end of every month. Until next video, happy investing and cheers, my friends.